What's Cooking with Como. I am so excited to introduce you to our guest. He's an actor, he is an entertainer, he is a model, a dancer, and a personal trainer, and my really good friend. Welcome, Bruce Angel.
Thank you so much for having me.
I'm so happy to have you in the kitchen, and when you come over and cook with Como, the first question I like to ask guests, what is your favorite dish?
My favorite dish would be a grass-fed hamburger with sweet fries, but it has to be grass-fed.
Has to be grass-fed. So
that would be my cheat meal, though.
This is the crazy part. When he told me that, I'm like, oh, that's a really healthy meal for a trainer. That's great.
Yeah.
And then when you said it was your cheat meal, I have a lot of questions about the way I snack and eat because, you know, I love food. I like to work out, but I love food. So I brought some snacks out. I'm going to ask you to weigh in and tell me what I could be doing better later.
You're in trouble. You're in trouble. Bring them.
No, I'm going to show you in just a minute. But first, we're going to eat our burgers.
Right.
I would normally do a big old toasted bun with Duke's mayonnaise on it. Mustard, ketchup, pickles, onions, all that stuff.
These look really good.
But I made these for you. It's 85-15 lean grass-fed meat from Whole Foods. So we can get them in there.
Judge of that.
Grab a burger. I seasoned it lightly with some salt and pepper. Would you like
cheat? I'm going to cheat first. I'm going to taste it with the fork.
You want to taste it? See what you think of it? Okay, see what you think.
Good job.
Did I do okay? Okay, good. I like that. I made it real light, real easy. It's salt, pepper, onion salt, garlic salt.
Right, and it's not salty.
Yes, good.
Absolutely.
Because you know some people crack eggs into their burgers and make them like giant meatballs. This was just letting the good quality meat stand for itself with a little bit of seasoning.
I noticed you use the wraps.
Yeah.
See, that's the thing. See, everybody thinks that you need to have like a big burger with just the bun and all that, but you really just want the beef. That's what you want.
That's the protein, right?
Yeah, that's what the protein is. The rest, the bread is just extra.
And that's why I got the butter lettuce. I got this.
Wait a minute. You got avocado.
Yes.
Oh, my goodness.
So pre-made guac, because I'm all about saving time, and you can get that at Whole Foods. It's a little bit pricier, but if you're having people over, I like that, and it's a good replacement. Like, I'll mix tuna salad and avocado instead of mayo to save some calories.
Yeah, this is what's cooking with Como.
Oh, this makes me so happy. I'm going to take a little bite, though. And the lettuce gives you that crunch, too.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Oh, good. I'm so glad you like it.
Oh, yeah. Wait a minute, what's this?
Okay. Because you love, hold on. I took too big of a bite. Let me
no, this is good.
Okay.
How much time we got?
we got plenty of time. So I made you some homemade sweet potato fries.
Spicy.
These kind of turned into wedges because I cut them all jacked up because I was rushing because I was excited for you to get here. But I cut up the first I peeled the sweet potato. Then I cut it, tossed it with some smoked paprika, onion powder, garlic, salt and pepper, and olive oil, and then I put them in the air fryer, 390 for about 12 minutes. So you want to see what you think?
Let me judge this.
Let me tell me what you
I'm
think.
picky with the fries.
These are not my best work. I just want to preface that with not the best thing I ever made.
They smell good, look good too.
Air fryer because I read that keeps the oil from like marinating in. Are they all right?
Okay, what's going on here? Okay, Gordon Ramsay, watch out.
Listen. It's an easy, healthy meal.
Quiet kept secret.
You said that it's a cheat meal, though. Why is this a cheat meal? Why?
Well, the reason why this would be a cheat meal is because of how it's made, right?
Okay.
So you have to use certain things where you have to sometimes use oil. You know, you have to use it's beef. You know, it's not like lean chicken or
right.
It's actually would be my worst cheat meal ever.
That is wild to me because I would be so proud of myself eating this for dinner. Like, I'm eating so clean this week.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But see, people think that because you're eating a burger, it's like the worst thing.
I see.
But there's ways that you can do it. You don't have to go out and get the fast food thing going on.
Unless you want a real big cheat meal.
But you could do it the way you did it, and it's simple.
Super
it's a simple cheat meal, and it's fulfilling.
And it took me 20 minutes or under to make this. Yeah.
And if you're smart like how you were, you can use the wraps and you can get everything you want. Because a lot of times when people eat a burger, they'll try to, they'll get the burger, but in actuality, they'll try to take off the veggies and take this off, take that off. But you don't even need to do any of that.
You can make it super simple. And then you get to hold it and feel special.
It's spicy.
I'm so glad you like it. That's the thing. Italian Americans were heavy on the seasoning too, so I always like to over season a little bit. Not over season, but make sure it's generously seasoned.
This is perfect. There's not. The thing is, you never want to have too much salt when it comes to your fries or your burger.
No,
because it takes too much out of it. and then the next thing you know, you blow up the next day because of all the sodium.
But I will tell you that this is a secret I do for the burgers. To get that nice brown sear on the outside, I do a little bit of coarse sea salt before I fry it up.
That's clever. I didn't know that.
Yeah, it gives it the really good sear, and it's one of my favorite meals. There you go. Good tips. So the good thing is I recorded the recipe as I was making it for you so people can catch it online on cookingwithcomo.com. But enough about the food. I want to switch gears and talk about you for a minute before we get to the snacks. We've been working out together for about a decade now. Can you believe
like
it?
100 years. Yeah. Everybody knows it. DC knows it. We got it on lock.
And I refer a lot of clients to you because anybody who asks me,
100%.
How do you eat so much food? Because, you know, I'm always at restaurants for work and stay in shape.
All the segments that you do.
Oh,
all
so
about
many segments.
Food, and she still stays tight.
But the important part is, of doing that, you got to have the balance with the good nutrition and with the workout. So when I first moved from Nashville to DC, I met you. You were working at a gym near our old station.
Yes, I was.
And I took one look at you, and I liked your vibe and said, we need to be friends, and we need to work out together.
Absolutely. And the thing is, she thought that she would never be able to get to where she is right now. But it's the consistency about the whole thing.
Yeah.
It's the whole journey of it. There's ups, there's downs. Just because you wake up one day and you feel like you're not going to make it, that doesn't mean that you're not going to succeed the next day.
Because you've seen me get very frustrated when I would hit plateaus and be super bloated, but I was missing one really important ingredient, and that is sleep. So I did early mornings, getting up around 1:30 to 3 a.m. for 11 years.
Yes.
And the older I got, the harder it was on my body. So no matter how hard we worked out together or how clean I ate, I wasn't getting the difference that I wanted.
Right.
Look at Muggins is making an appearance.
Chilling. Yeah, but you never gave up. That's the thing. You never gave up, and then that's the important part of it. There's a lot of things that happen in between that journey. A lot of times your eating ain't right, your sleeping isn't right, and then there's life.
Right.
Like, that's just those two
life
things.
Life is lifing.
Then life starts lifing, and then you wonder, why am I doing all of this? Because you don't like what you see on the scale. Never chase the scale. You
would tell me that all the time because one of my really toxic habits, when I'm trying to lose weight or I'm not fitting in my clothes, I will weigh myself every day, and it will make you crazy.
Never chase that number, because just because that number looks like it's gone up 2 pounds 8 o'clock in the morning, that doesn't mean those 2 pounds is going to stay 2 o'clock in the afternoon. And so never let that number mess you up.
So I lost about 15 pounds when I got off the morning shift, but then I got, like, as my mom said, you're losing it all. So I started eating a little bit more protein and doing heavier weights because I've been doing just a ton of yoga and cardio to lose the weight and feel better. And then I immediately gained 3 pounds back because I'm lifting heavier.
Yep, you put on the muscle. But the thing is, once your body starts to balance out, those muscles that you put on, it starts to even out. And you start to see yourself actually start to lose the weight and still keep the muscle.
See, and that's what we want. And you were saying in terms of diet, red meat is only something you should eat twice a week.
Twice a week, because of the things that may happen, because you don't want too much red meat in your system, because of the fact that it usually takes several days for beef itself to digest in your system.
So you don't want all that sitting in your stomach.
So you really don't want that constantly sitting in your stomach, because it never really goes anywhere. Unless even if you're a heavy lifter, a power lifter and all that, it really kind of still sits there because of the zinc and the enzymes and stuff that are actually in there that are good for you. But that's why you only need it like twice a week.
Okay, I can get down with that.
Yeah.
And in terms of your fitness routine, because everybody looks at you, when we would work out at the gym together, women would walk by and just like touch your arm or, ask you questions, and everybody would be looking at you. Because you have a very...
It's an interesting look.
No, come on. A desirable look, let's call that. You are a stunning human, so when you walk into the gym... And men look at you because they want to know how to get muscles like you. Yeah. Because you also work your legs. So you know how a lot of guys have those vanity muscles up top and chicken legs?
Right.
No. So you get asked a lot of questions. Talk to me about your routine for how you maintain health from head to toe.
Well, the main objective is always do total body.
Yeah.
You always do total body. If you don't incorporate your legs with it, it takes longer for the body to grow and things to recover and go in the right direction.
So you want to do total body always?
You always want to do total body in some shape or form. There's some days that you can squat heavy, right? And there's some days where you can just focus on light repetitions. but always incorporate your lower body in it because that's where your strength actually comes from.
Okay.
Yeah.
And how do you deal with when you're dating and women feel insecure about the amount of attention you get or about the way people look at you when you walk into a room? Because I know that can cause a lot of issues.
The best way to handle that is to not say anything whatsoever.
Yeah.
Don't talk about it. Try not to pay attention to it. Don't even bring up the conversation. Act like it never even happened.
That's so smart.
Because at the end of the day, there's no explaining it. It's not even you. It's what's going on outside of you.
It's the extra noise,
yeah,
right?
And that's just a bunch of noise. So at the end of the day, people compliment you, you just smile, nod, thank you. Or sometimes you could be like this. Because you're playing music.
Oh, that's a good idea. So if anyone ever comes at you at the gym, you're just unbothered and unfazed.
There you go. Because the best way to handle all of that and to stay focused is just to really keep your head down and focus on what you have to focus on. And the rest is just noise. Yes.
I think that's a really good attitude, especially since in addition to personal training, you're in the entertainment world.
Yes.
You're doing fitness segments on TV all the time. You've been on a lot of sets.
Right.
And you have a lot of projects coming out. You've walked a lot of runways.
Right.
So
it's a lot though. Like it's not the normal life. And it isn't the normal thing for, if you're trying to have a relationship or you're trying to get into one. When people see that, they run. Like there's a lot of people, females I know, they run. It's like, oh, wait a minute, he's a trainer. Oh, wait a minute, he's on TV.
Right, because they can't handle the attention that comes with it.
Right, because there's a stereotype around that. If you are in the field, people assume, that's
a lifestyle.
Right. I'm the exact opposite on the real.
I know.
Like,
you're so sweet and calm.
I'm the exact opposite. I may look like a big extrovert, but in actuality, I'm more of an introvert. Because I'm around a lot of people, I need to be an introvert.
Right.
So that I can recharge and be my best when I walk out the door.
So you want your downtime. You want your bruise time.
I need it.
So let's talk about what you do to decompress.
I need it. A lot of times I would just, like early in the morning, sometimes I would wake up, don't touch my phone, don't look at anything, and just sit quiet for like at least 10, 20 seconds.
That's so smart.
And then sometimes it turns into a minute once I'm trying to think of steps to make throughout the day what did I not do yesterday? What did I not set myself up to do, 3 days from now? Like I just think of things productive to do.
And it takes a lot of discipline to have the type of physique that you have and the lifestyle you have, because you really don't go out and party.
I don't whatsoever, because it takes a lot of energy out of you. If you're actually trying to maintain a healthy lifestyle, maintain a healthy physique, there's a lot of things that you just don't do. Like,
you got to cut it out.
You got to just cut all of it out because you can't do everything.
That's true.
Yeah, you can't do everything, and you'll burn yourself out. Next day you wake up in the morning, the weight that you lifted yesterday, it puts you out as if you never lifted a day in your life because of how exhausted you became from the night before.
Well, we talked about this because I used to be a much heavier drinker when we first started working out together. And then as I got healthier and focused on health and wellness and healing and all that stuff, I really reduced my drinking. I drink very mindfully now, like a glass of wine here, a cocktail there. And I told you one night I went out and partied, and I had a hangover for like 3 days because your body just isn't used to it anymore.
Yeah, because one day you were Wonder Woman, and then the next day you got hit with kryptonite when you started drinking. That's what happens.
We also really like superhero movies, so yeah, that part.
I mean, you were fresh and clean, and your exercise was on point.
Right.
Sleeping was on point. And then one day you decided to relax.
And there you go. And I'm out till like 3 a.m. in the streets, hanging out with friends, drinking a bunch of martinis.
We're not going to talk about the time you slept for 14 hours.
Oh, yeah. I used to do that a lot on the morning show because I would, get up at 2 a.m, go do my huge shift on air, take a nap, go out late at night. I just it was not good for me. I was not treating my body the way it should be treated.
We are talking about sleeping to the point where I show up for us to train and she completely forgot that I was there.
That actually really happened, and I felt terrible. I was not a good version of myself when I was sleep deprived. Other factors in my life too. It was a low point, but you helped me. You were very supportive.
Right, but that shows how much sleep is important to being successful.
Yeah, sleep is important, and good food habits.
And once that happens, once that starts to change for you, everything starts to change. Your energy levels went up. you just started taking off in all kinds of ways.
Yeah, my life got better. I got in a healthy relationship. I felt more confident. I got better at my job.
Yes.
I got to be a better friend and daughter and partner, all because I was taking care of myself.
Taking care of yourself. You always have to fill your cup first before you can pour out to anybody else.
I always say that. That's the best thing you can say, because I know from experience that that's not the case. And let's talk about how you got to where you were, or I should say how you got to where you are now, because you were not always this fitness inspiration.
Absolutely not. At 14, I was diagnosed with high blood pressure and borderline stroke.
Wow.
Yeah.
And you were heavier back then, right?
That's the thing. I was skinnier.
You were?
I was like this big.
Wow.
Yeah. So no one could even tell me and I was at a young age. So you couldn't put me on medication, right? Parents didn't know what was going on, right? Next thing you know, I get a stack of stuff what you're supposed to be eating.
And you were not eating it.
And it's not like I was eating bad in the first place.
Right.
But here's the thing. Stress-induced environment is always a factor, no matter how old you are.
Yeah, cortisol levels.
Yeah.
Because it's that mind-body-spirit connection.
And that's what it was. So once I was able to get out of that stressful environment, things start to pull a turn. And that's where the weight training came in.
And how did you fall in love with weight training at 14?
And that's what it was. That's really what saved me. And in actuality, that's when, because I went back to get tested the following year, and they didn't know what to say. The only thing I changed was me working out.
Really?
My muscle, the thing is, I didn't expect to develop any type of muscle, any type of growth. It just felt good when I was done. I mean, I was on this like high.
You got those endorphins
I was
going.
like floating around mentally, and it just felt great. And I was addicted to it from since then. And as I was going to school in junior high and in high school, I started weightlifting and started teaching the guys on the football team how to lift light and get more out of it. So I started this.
So you're like a born leader once you fell in love with
fitness.
fitness.
I started this journey, and plus I used to arm wrestle for money. I never lost.
Really? Okay, that's a nice way to make some extra cash in high school.
Oh yeah, I was hungry, so I would never lose.
That's
$5 each time.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah. So but it was those little things that just kind of kept me going, and I found out that my outlet was that, and I just kind of stuck to it. And because it did so good for me, I wanted to help other people.
And that's what you do now. You pay it forward.
And that's how the whole thing started. I got picked up off of a general manager that worked for my old company because I was telling the lady behind the cash register what I do at home and how she can help herself at home, exercising wise. And he listened to everything that I said.
And was like, yes, you need to come work with us.
A week later, you need to come work with us.
See, that's amazing.
Exactly
Just
what
spread the
happened.
good word, right?
Yeah, I was really just trying to help somebody else out and end up being hired somewhere.
That's amazing. And you are so patient. You know, sometimes people get intimidated to work out with a trainer because people can yell at you or be too pushy.
I'm not
you have such a chill, you make working out fun.
Yeah,
But you also push me to be better and push other people to be better.
I do push. I am straightforward with it, but I'm more concerned about teaching versus training.
Right.
Yeah.
And also form. You taught me that form really matters because if you're doing exercises with the wrong weight or the wrong form, you're not going to get the benefits.
No, it's all about, I want to be able to have people that I work with be able to teach somebody else. Amazing. And that's pretty much how it goes. I'm more concerned about teaching the person. You could train someone how to do anything. Yeah. Right? You just tell them to do it over and over and over and over and over, and they'll do it. But why are they doing it? You know, how are they doing it? Yeah. You know, when are they going to do it? Like, those kind of things are important. Those are important things. And since you educate, we're going to play my snack game now. Uh-oh, here we go. Yeah, bring them. I know everyone's heard of girl dinner, and sometimes when I don't feel like eating a meal, I just line up all my favorite snacks at the counter and eat them. So we're going to start with hummus. How bad is hummus with these Parmesan crisps? They're 9 grams of protein, gluten-free, and they're so crunchy and edible. What do we think? It depends on how much you intake. Okay. Right? I can work with that. Right. If you're really on a go snack, you grab a couple, not this whole thing. Right. Right. So just like 2 or 3. Yes. Okay. That's pretty much what it is. Because I crumble them up on salad sometimes. Right. And then you end up eating the whole entire. Yeah. Yeah. Right. Okay. You know me. What about this hummus? Because I've had this for about a week open, and I dip carrot sticks in it or crackers. Is that okay? Yeah, that's perfect. Especially if it's a garlic roasted flavor or any type of as long as you don't have any stomach issues with chickpeas or anything like that, you're good.
Just be careful. It can give you bubble tums.
Just be careful.
Okay, that's good to know. This
Good
is
choice.
part of my Trader Joe's snacks.
All right.
Now, I have an addiction to crunch and salt. So instead of potato chips, I get these Fire Hook sea salt crackers. I am addicted to these. They're all natural crackers.
Okay.
They're USAID organic, and I
Okay.
find them to be a great replacement for my potato chip addiction.
The biggest, yes, because a lot of times we get addicted to the hand to mouth thing. It doesn't matter what it is. If you're in front of something, hand to mouth.
Whether it's sweet or savory, whatever your vice is.
It's just because it's there. So if you're going to intake anything like that, the sea salt is the best part of all of that.
That makes me so happy because I was trying so hard to find a way to satiate my crunch addiction in a better way.
Yeah, sea salt is the best thing, though, and you're getting your good sodium intake and iodine.
That makes me so happy.
Those pass. Like that. Those.
What about Trader Joe's has salt and pepper pistachios, and I like these because I have to open them, so it slows me down when I'm trying to just like crunch.
Right. When it comes to any kind of nuts, don't intake more than like a handful.
Oh, I've been doing this all wrong.
Yeah, because majority of the people, like I said, hand to mouth, right? And that's what it is. And because it's so light, you intake so much of it before you know it, it starts to turn into bloating, and it starts to turn into sleepiness, and you wonder, okay, what did I?
You get like that post-meal
itis. What did I eat? It's the half a bag of nuts that you just ate. That's what happened.
I feel so personally attacked right now because that's 100%. I'll come home some days. Now this is terrible. It's a bad habit I'm trying to break. If I'm real busy, I'll forget to eat. And my mom always says, "How do you forget to eat?" But if I'm up, I'll have black coffee in the morning, and I like to fast for a few hours in the morning.
Good job.
But then if I get busy, I'm not eating breakfast, and the next thing I know, it's 3:00, and I'm eating dinner for the first time.
Yes. Here's the thing, though. It's all good with fasting that long, and it's all good with having that big meal.
Oh.
Totally fine. Because when you do that, you never want your body to think that it always needs food.
Right.
Because it doesn't.
So you want to get your body used to going longer periods. That's why intermittent fasting is a good thing?
That's right. Because you already have reserves. What you ate yesterday, what you ate 2 days ago, it's still in your system.
Oh, I've been going out to dinner like crazy.
Right.
It's part of the job. So I've decided starting today. Oh, thank you. I've been doing a lot of core power yoga and weightlifting. And I'm up from so when I first started, I was doing lighter weights because my body was all jacked up. As you know, I was doing lighter weights because of the hours and stuff I was working. I'm up to like 12 pounds. Right. Which is amazing.
I told you, the last segment we did, I told you could do 12, and I gave you 10s.
Exactly. And I crushed it, and I was like, okay. All right, my next snack, now this is another addiction that I have. Ivy City Smokehouse has smoked salmon salad, and it's sort of mayonnaise-y. The ingredients, let's see, it's 13 grams of fat, but it's salmon. Is this okay to eat on toast in the morning?
One scoop of it is fine.
Okay, so don't eat the whole thing, because I may or may not have done that in the past.
Yeah, definitely not the whole entire thing. Because of the fact that those have omega-3s in it, right? And when it comes to omega-3s, you never need a whole lot of it.
Okay, got it.
Omega-3s is just for fuel and some energy. It doesn't have to be a whole lot. A scoop of that on whatever you want, even on a wrap.
Perfect.
We'll be good to go. I mean, preferably on a wrap like that.
On a wrap like that. Oh, yeah. I've been trying to replace things with lettuce instead of bread to like limit my carb intake.
That's right.
One thing that's not pictured right now because I left it in the fridge: cheese sticks. I have a cheese stick addiction. I love low calorie, like the little peely cheese sticks that toddlers eat.
No.
No,
absolutely not.
So that's not protein?
No. What?
Cheese. So is cheese bad? Do I need to stay away from cheese?
That's fake cheese. So no.
Oh no.
Absolutely not.
I thought I was really being healthy.
Every time you walk across the fridge and you see that, burn it. Forget about it.
No cheese sticks?
No, none at all.
What about cheese in general? What if I got like a block of like good cheese?
Well, I mean, if you want a piece of cheddar cheese,
that's okay.
You can play with that, but you don't need that.
What?
Cheese sticks? No.
No, walk with me.
That's like the protein bar. No.
So protein bars are bad because they're all sugar?
This is straight sugar.
Okay, sometimes protein bars
make
you feel good.
That's what you're doing? You gonna eat milk?
Yes, basically.
That's what the cheese stick is, milk.
What about scrambled eggs with Parmesan cheese in them?
Well, you can have a little bit of scrambled, but don't dump Parmesan.
No Parmesan?
No, you don't need Parmesan. No. No.
Bruce, okay.
If the cheese is white, it ain't right. At the end of the day,
Any white cheese?
no, yes, no. It's just not the thing. If it's cheddar, will make it better.
Okay, I'm gonna borrow this when I go to the grocery store.
Right.
And look, once in a while, I gotta be real with you. I like a good cheese plate. It's
I
happening
get it.
once in a while.
I totally
You're
get
saying
it.
like day to day, no more cheese sticks, no more Parmesan eggs, all that stuff.
Unless you're intaking these calories to put on something. Like
Okay.
if you're trying to put on
Trying to
something.
bulk myself up for the summer.
Yeah, if you're trying to need some
Yeah.
extra fuel or anything like that, then I understand if you're trying to go that route. But
Okay.
cheese sticks, don't nobody need to eat milk. Yeah, that's enough. But
Okay.
skip it.
Now, this next one is probably part of my Italian food habits. I love snacking on olives, so I get these little feta stuffed olives. And I know you're going to say no because you already just said white cheese ain't right cheese. So what about eating these?
Why did you destroy a perfectly good olive? What is this? Why?
It's a feta stuffed olive.
did this?
It's little bites of
Why
heaven.
would they even do this? Like this
So
is
that's a no?
this is heaven. The olive was perfect.
So, you know,
It
my,
stuff. I've never even seen this before. Who stuffs? Why would you? What does it even smell like?
it's so good. Twist Island?
No.
Okay. I'll put that in the no-nos pile.
How would you?
What about plain olives?
Yes.
Yes.
Absolutely.
I'll get the same calamari.
You burn those. Like, what is that? Like, who would stuff cheese? Okay, if you want cheese, then just go ahead and drink it, eat it, whatever you want.
Okay.
What did the olive do?
It wanted a little friend.
So weird.
And they're also really good with dirty martinis, but I know we're not talking about dirty martinis right
there
now.
you go. Already going downhill.
We're going
with the bad
down.
combination.
Okay, so I know what you're going to say about some of the next things, but I want to get through them really fast. You know I love me some crunch, so Skinny Pop. But I don't buy the whole bag, so I don't eat the whole bag. I buy these little, pouches that you microwave, so I stay on point. Are you telling me this is a wasted calorie right here?
Here's the thing.
A delicious
Here's the
wasted
thing.
calorie.
And Skinny Pop is going to get mad at me. But that's all right.
You know I feel good when I eat it.
I'm ready for the pop. Okay.
What?
The problem is, this isn't made to fool you. This is made so you can keep eating.
Oh.
It's not.
Trick me into more bites?
Yes, it's not made to fulfill you. It's made to tease you. That's what it is. Skinny Pop isn't skinny. It makes you more hungry.
I felt that in my heart.
So, yeah, if you want a couple, fine.
Okay.
I get it, but I wouldn't lean towards
So this
it.
shouldn't be a primary snack group.
I say the best thing that you did was getting a smaller box. Because most people, I've seen people get that gigantic thing from
I can't. I'll eat the whole
Costco.
thing.
It's like, how do you even make it in life with just going through that whole thing?
Right.
But people do it.
Yeah, I do it.
This would be the perfect amount.
Okay.
But when you do it, push it away.
Okay, so just for like little cheat snacks.
Yes.
What about vanilla almond non-dairy beverage?
No.
No?
Mm-mm.
I always felt so much classier when I put it in my coffee instead of whole milk.
They just made almond fancy. That's what they did.
So you're saying it's all sorts of sugars?
Almond milk. What? Get some milk out of an almond. Where?
Okay, fine. So
How you going?
what about coconut milk?
What? You get
Or is it
milk
coconut
out of a cow.
Yeah.
Like you get milk out of an almond. How am I milk an almond? Explain that.
Okay, so you're telling me it's not right.
It's just fancy. If you flip the back of it, then who knows what's at the back of it?
Okay,
See?
there's some-
What?
Shake me up
Yep.
after opening and I belong in the fridge.
Right.
That's what it says.
Yeah, I belong in the fridge. That's
Okay.
right.
We're going to talk sweets
But
really
it came
fast.
from the shelf.
All right.
See that?
I actually thought
See?
I did a pretty good job showing
Think
my
about
snacks.
it. Just
Yeah.
think about it. This you can get from the shelf.
I got
And
it.
if you can put that on the shelf and then tell somebody drink it, and when they open it, then they can put it in the fridge.
Okay, I pick up what you're putting down, and I will put this non-open
that down. Mhm.
thing down. So now let's talk about PMS snacks, because I love chocolate and peanut butter. I crave it like once a month. So instead of eating candy bars and all sorts of bad bites, I get dark chocolate sticks and I dip them in peanut butter. Is that an okay snack?
Oh boy. You're doing good with the dark chocolate. Then you got fancy and crossed the line. and put
So
in the
keep
peanut
it to
butter.
just dark chocolate.
I mean, yeah, that's more beneficial for you.
Okay, fine.
For real. You cancel out all the goodness when you put the peanut butter and the peanut and the salt and the mixed up in the just bite it. Just take the chocolate and just forget about it.
This was really sad for me and also really fun. That ruined my snacking habit.
You were on point. Everything was going real well until you start getting fancy. See, this is where we mess up at. We start trying to mix up everything, putting X and O's and trying to put a block into a square and then a triangle into a rectangle.
And it doesn't all work.
And no, it doesn't. And not when it comes to the food itself. I mean, at the end of the day, ideal, these things are cool, but
moderation is the key to life.
Super moderation when it comes to like a lot of that.
Okay, I can do that. What is a good PMS snack if chocolate and peanut butter isn't? Like, if women crave sweets and sugar and chocolate that time of month, is there anything that's like a more health conscious version of a snack?
A health conscious version would be more of a smoothie.
Oh.
Yeah, because once again, it's the hand to mouth.
Yeah.
It's the I feel like I need this, or I feel
like
like I want to eat that.
Smoothie or
So
blueberry
like a
smoothie,
banana, strawberry. You can even dump a little cocoa in it.
Oh, I like cocoa powder.
Cocoa or coca.
Oh,
both of those. So you do that, and you'll get that
like a banana cocoa smoothie.
Yes.
I can get down with that. That's a good. That's a good one. That's a really good one.
And that. Because that has potassium in it, you can kick that potassium crave by doing that.
Okay.
And that will help.
This has been very enlightening for me. Really helpful. I hope you enjoyed your grass-fed burgers. We can stay.
Heck yeah.
We're going to wrap up. We're going to keep eating. But before you take a bite, I know. I have a question for you.
She crushed this. Like, y'all,
thank you.
Forget about the snack. Don't pay. We've never had that conversation. Go back to the burger.
Maybe I'll cut that part out of the episode because I have been ashamed.
This is where it is.
We're sticking with the burgers. You can get the recipe on cookingwithcomo.com.
Yeah, get it.
I love having you over. I love hanging out with you. I love working out with you. I love watching you shine. I love keeping up with your success and all your projects. And I know the best way for viewers out there and all your fans to keep up with you is Instagram.
Bruce Angel.
Bruce Angel on Instagram. Check him out. Check him out. Thanks for joining us for What's Cooking with Como. We got some food to eat, and maybe I eat a little Smart Pop since I already
burger dance. This is burger dance.
Little burger dance?
The burger dance.